Hi, welcome to Nonprofit Live TV. Today we're joined by Alexis Fowler, online and new media editor at Pathfinder International, and Molly Brooksbank, senior interactive consultant at Convio. And today we're going to be talking about online fundraising. Pathfinder International was the Convio Innovator Award winner for the best online fundraising campaign this year. And Alexis, everyone's looking for the secret sauce on the best online fundraising campaign. Can you share it? Give us some highlights of your campaign.
I think the important thing is to be ambitious. Prior to this campaign, we'd never raised more than $25,000 outside of end of year, and people internally thought, you can't do it, it's too much money. And we showed, by being ambitious, setting a high goal, that we actually were able to achieve that. And pushing beyond that, we went over $10,000 or $10,000 over our original goal, which was a huge achievement for us, and we wouldn't have done that had we not been ambitious about what we wanted to achieve.
And what were some of the key components of the campaign?
The key components are really setting certain goals, so obviously monetarily, and then making sure that we integrated having both online and offline opportunities for people to give, promoting it in a wide array of areas, whether it was email, on our homepage, through direct mail, in a lot of different, making sure that anybody who came into our website could see it, and anybody who was engaged in social media could see it. And then we also provided opportunities to a new audience through ads and promotion on blogs and that sort of thing.
Great. And Molly, from your perspective as a consultant, what were some of the key areas that Pathfinder really excelled at for this campaign?
I think there were a lot of areas, obviously, in order to win an award. But one of the things that they really did particularly well was just planning everything very thoroughly in advance and in between different departments. So having the development department and the communications department, having this thoroughly baked plan that they could then execute on. So it was not haphazard, it was very well thought out, and everybody was on board and excited about getting towards that goal. Another thing that I think that a lot of organizations could also benefit from is just the idea of a really tangible ask. So just in addition to the specific goal, the actual ask amounts and the ask strings were based on what can this amount of money do. So $25 can help send a girl to school in Ethiopia. So things like that where you can say, where is my money exactly going and how is that going to help? Or what does that equate to if it's not what it's exactly specifically funding? Another thing that I think that was really impressive about this particular campaign was just the degree of segmentation that they used to really target the right ask to the right people. So you had different groups for different communications depending on if you were an advocate, if you were a donor, if you were a non-donor, if you were a major donor, if you came in through Care 2. I mean, there's probably 10 other versions that I'm not even remembering.
It created a lot of emails, but it was good to make sure that we were on message for all of our different particular audiences because they respond differently to different asks.
Yeah, and whether you had donated or not in the campaign, so over the course of the campaign, the different messages actually following your level of involvement, engagement with the campaign, I think was really what made the campaign very successful.
Great. So I know that there's an emphasis on online because of the Innovator Award, but let's talk about online and offline integration a little bit more and how you achieved that.
Well, one of the biggest challenges for Pathfinder, which we wanted to kind of overcome in the campaign, is that a huge number of our donors are offline. And previously our development department had said, it's not worth, investing all of this money online because nobody's giving online. Well, the reason they're not giving online is because we're not providing opportunities for them to do so. And so by that I mean not including it in our direct mail strategy, not pushing out URLs when we send asks. So what we did as a key part of this campaign is making sure that all of our direct mail messages, we had a postcard, we had a letter, included a special URL, and over the course of the 2 months of the campaign, those were sent out to all of our direct mail audience. And that really drove people not only to give online, but to visit our website, to sign up for our e-newsletter. And so we had these sort of side goals that we also achieved in making sure that we captured some of our offline donors' contact information so that we could deepen that engagement through multiple channels.
So any closing thoughts on advice for nonprofits that are, really have an ambitious goal in an online fundraising campaign?
I would say the biggest piece of advice is to go out there and say you can do it. I know, for Pathfinder, we're a $100 million organization, but we only get about 160 something thousand dollars online every year, which is sort of pennies compared to our overall goal. But that doesn't mean we don't have opportunity. And last year was a really good example that if we push the boundary, like the conference, that we can achieve greater and greater things. We can increase our house file, we can increase our online donations, and really make a bigger splash with unrestricted giving, which for us as an organization is really critical to our mission.
I would also just add that I think that it doesn't happen out of nowhere. Pathfinder does a really good job of following up with what's happening on the ground, particularly with your social media, and just giving people a real sense of what's going on with their activities, so that people, when they come to give an ask, when they come to have an ask, they're already involved and engaged in what the organization is doing, and so it's not just an ask, which also means that they're able to go out there and ask aggressively without fear. And this campaign was actually run in September and didn't cannibalize in any way, and shouldn't, the end of year fundraising. So it was an opportunity for people who want to give, and you just give them the right context, present it to them in the most meaningful way, and they're willing to do it. And those folks who gave again at the end of the year, wouldn't be afraid to do that.
Well, thank you so much, Jamie, Alexis, and Molly. This is some really great information, and congratulations again on your Innovator Award.
Thank you.
It's really exciting. And for more interviews and nonprofit discussions, visit nonprofitlive.tv.